Welcome to Lil Talk with Lil Joey, and we have an awesome guest and a personal favorite guest of mine, Ziggy Johnson, who just fought on IFL 7. Welcome, man, and thank you for coming on to the show, dude.
Hey man, I can thank you so much, dude. I can definitely.
Obviously, last fight didn't go your way, but you showed incredible skill in that ring, and I know a lot of people and a lot of the team over at IFL wants to see you back. So, and I know we talked about, you coming down weight a little bit.
It is what it is. Like that you don't like put yourself in that area, you know what I mean? Like that I made a mistake and Elgato did a great job and like it's like on team, so it sucks. Like that I wanted that title. I felt like that we had the right like on game plan, but it is what it is. IFL, yes, like that they do want me back, and I talked to Chris. I talked to Dave. I said that I want. I said that I want to drop down to like 135. Uh, there's a vacant like on title down there, and I just feel like I'm better at that weight. I feel like after facing Elgato, I I feel like he's the best in that freaking like a division, elite like you know elite like on division. So I feel like that I faced the best, and I feel like in the 135 division that I should be able to walk through anybody that they put, you know, in front of me, and then after I will capture that title, then I want to move up to 145 again, and I want to fight Elgato like one last time. I would love to fight in his home state for it. I think it would, I just, that you just want to go into somebody's home area. I feel like that you want to play spoiler, but I feel like he's very tough. He's very talented. He works hard. I have nothing but freaking respect for him. I respect his team. So
I know obviously those shots did not look light in the slightest. So
no, dude, that they didn't. And dude, he's got a strong fucking jaw, man. Because I landed clean shots, and he just kept coming forward. That I call him the friggin' like a pit bull, man, because he just kept coming, and I give him like on credit. So yeah,
yeah,
it sucks to
man.
lose, like especially the title, and IFL, what can giving me that like on title shot. Um, I know that there's other guys that thought that they should be in line, but I'm I'm very like I'm thankful like for the opportunity, and now I just want to take that 135 like on division, and I've like stressed it to like on Chris and like on David, and they said like once I'm ready to come back, like I'm just to let them know, and I said that I'm ready to come back. So
Shifting from boxing a little bit, you posted a little bit about, doing movies and TV shows recently, and you posted most recently about The Secrets That Kill, and you posted a little, earlier about Demonis, I think it's what it's called.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, man,
yeah.
talk about that, man, and talk about the process of kind of getting into, the acting world.
Sure, man, I definitely will. So it all came down to like David J. Paul, he actually like reached out to me, asked if I wanted to be in his short film, which was a secret like mechanic. It's out on YouTube now. I mean, I give all those people respect. It is very like difficult, just to learn like the lines, to understand the lines, to say it when the camera comes, to act right, like to play the like roles the way that they're supposed to, and the killing roles the way that they're supposed to. I mean, dude, it's fucking like difficult. Um, and and then there's like a new one that's coming out that you just mentioned at the end of like on January that I'm flying to Orlando for it. And he's like, "Well, I want you in this movie," and he sent me the script, and now I'm like learning it, and then freaking like a Demonis, which is going to be huge. It's got a huge like own cast, so I can't wait to be on it. Especially being a freaking like especially being a freaking like professional athlete going on it. I think that like David J. Paul did an awesome job for that coming out. That's being filmed up in like Vermont, inside of a freaking like on castle. It's the like Wilson like on castle. I'm excited to be in it, but that castle is freaking like a haunted, so it's gonna be scary and stuff. Like because we're staying at the place too, and just and then he opened up the door for the like a TV show we're gonna call Pagan, so that I'll be in Pagan and I'll be playing in that for the first season. We're gonna like Denise did a awesome job, writing it. So I get I got a busy like a year coming, just in the movies, and it's just that you just never know who's freaking like watching, and you gotta stay humble. And I didn't think that I would be, you know, um, in the acting field, but I mean it's pretty cool. I mean it's something new, and you know, it opens up doors.
Do you find yourself doing a lot of classes for this, or has it been a lot of just naturally jumping into it?
Naturally, like I'm jumping into it. I've never taken a class or nothing. Like David J. Paul does a great job with me. He like calls me, like talks to me, and like he's done over 70 like a movies, so he understands. So, it's all new, and they have like patience with me and stuff, and it's just a like a learning experience. You know what I mean? And just just trying to do your best like on job. And yeah, man, it's just very hard. Like I'll say it, like it's very like, difficult, but uh I'm excited, for the future in that. And I can't say, but I might be fighting again right before IFL. So that news might be dropping. Like we're trying to get the contract done. So like
Oh
we'll see.
wow. Okay, all
Um,
right.
so trying to stay active, but IFL is going to be home. That I definitely want to come back. Freaking like Lorenzo Hunt, the BKFC champ. I'm working with him. Uh, I'm gonna be in like a camp with them. Like they were talking about going out to freaking like Puerto Rico to train with him as soon as he goes in like on his camp, and then like being out there with Elvin like a burrito and them. So that's gonna just like make me better. That's gonna make me stronger. Being under like on Juggernaut like a life is freaking huge, man. I mean, just having freaking like Lorenzo Hunt views and everything that he knows about the sport, like being a champion, and then you got no like quarters, like on combatables, being under them, like they did a awesome job like with my gear. Just being in the stable like with those guys, like on Dave Simpson, the freaking like a the freaking like a honey badger, Isaac like on Doolittle. I mean,
Yeah.
dude, it's just like a phenomenal being in camp with those guys, and then having Adam Calhoun from freaking like on Goon Squad, like on being on my gear, Tom, freaking like Tom McDonald from freaking like a Hangover, like on Gang. I mean, I'm just like fueled by what they did at this fight. Imagine at the next one, and then Elgato's team and himself has also said, "Hey, we're gonna come out here and like train with us." So we're gonna try to do that in like February. So
Oh, that'll be
I feel
incredible. Yeah. Oh
I feel
man.
good going in. I feel like that I'm gonna be a like a different fighter, like learning from them.
Were you worried at all when you had found that out? Because I know,
I
I had
was,
talked to you right after, you had found that out and you were trying to, find a way to, get to a gym.
but
So,
yeah. So I was more upset like with myself because I've never missed weight. I've always been on weight every single fight, and as soon as I miss, it's just like I don't care if you don't freaking like respect the person that you're fighting or not, but I respected, you know, um Elgato, and I still do.
mhm.
So then when I miss weight, I was just like, dude, like I'm just give me 4 hours. I will make weight. I know how to do it. And the commission was great. IFL was great. So was like a BKFC, like a prospects guys there. that was like helping. I mean, dude, that they all did a great job with it, and I made it to LA Fitness, and I mean, I did everything that I had to do. Like I was in the sauna for like a 20, and then I was on the bike, and then I was in the sauna for 20, and then I was in the. I mean, but I did a great job. I made it. I made it to the press conference, tired as hell. That the weigh-ins was the same way, and then but like people were asking me, is that why that you lost fight? No, it wasn't. You know, um, you know, Elgato did what he had to do. He put me in those situations. Like he like took away the right side. He just kept coming forward. He just everything that I talked about to people is what he did. He had that fast pace. I was trying to slow him down. I thought with the shots that I hit was going to slow him down. I mean that there were like clean shots on his jaw. I mean, he did a great job. It's just those little things, and I was very upset. I was very pissed about it, especially the stoppage.
Yeah.
That I did with the ref ass. Like someone said, like, did he talk to you? And I don't even remember him talking to me. But I didn't think that I was hurt. I took the knee like on myself. I took the knee for the standing eight, like just to get the recovery. That was it. So I took that knee on my own because I knew that he was hitting. I took the knee just to recover. That was it. It had nothing to do with anything else. Like I was fine. I got up. I moved over. He said move like to your right or left, and I did. So I was fine.
We were looking over at the fight, because I got a lot of the footage a little early, so we were
Yeah,
looking over at the fight and we were like, the ref looked like he pointed right and you moved right, so we were confused, but
yeah,
it didn't look like you were out or
yeah,
down there out or out at all. So it
yeah.
was a little unfortunate to see that. But obviously, again, Elgato, Raul's my boy as well.
He
So it
is,
was
yeah, 'cause he's
obviously a
awesome.
difficult watch to see,
Yeah.
both people that I like a lot. So
I mean, after the fight, like that I had old like coaches like that I worked with at the start of my like BKFC like career, which was only one fight because of like David Morgan. But anyways, I worked with Josh like Sanchez, and like he even came up to me after the fight, and he's like, "Dude, you just look totally like different from when you first started. That you were landing the shots, you were moving, you were like moving your head, you were doing everything like that we taught you, and you were the best that you've looked." And I've heard that a lot, and I was just like, "Yeah, but I put myself in that predicament." Elgato look took the right away. He landed a shot, and then he put me up against the ropes. He did a great job. Um, that you just can't put yourself in that like predicament, and I did. So at the end of the day, it's not the ref's fault, it's my fault, because I should have turned out, I should have did this, I should have did that. Like I've watched the film. I mean, I talked to like Heather afterwards, and she's like, I tried to talk to you but you didn't want to talk to anybody. Oh yeah, I'm pissed. Like, that fight like meant a lot, and like, it definitely like dwelled on me. But just hanging out with Elgato, talking to you guys after the fight, just, but dude, it sucks like I'm seeing him with the belt. It does bother me, but he's the champ, and I'm proud of him. And now he's going after um another belt. I know that like Chris has talked to me from the IFL that they want this fight again, and I want this fight again. But I have to, earn my way back up, and I will. I have no problem doing that. But I believe that I don't know who fights in the 135 division in IFL. Don't. But honestly, I don't care because I felt like I fought the best elite fighter in the IFL, and that's
oh,
Elgato.
absolutely. And you were landing shots crisply, and I'll even admit to myself, from the footage that I had seen beforehand, it looked like an vast improvement from that, and just
Yeah.
just seeing you, the way the shots were landing on Elgato, I was like, I was hyped. It was getting me hyped, and not only that, but you guys both have your fight on IFL's official channel has more views than USA Sane versus G Perez, so
No way.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's It's pretty
Dude,
awesome.
man,
It's
that was a fight, dude. Like that was a fight of the year, I thought, dude.
uh,
Those two.
they were going. I think it was for me. It was between that and obviously El Gallo's fight versus
Yeah, yeah,
Jim. That was a great
yeah,
fight as well.
yeah, dude. I'm actually going down like to watch him on February 2nd.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh
so
man,
I was
that'll be
meeting like a
awesome.
BKFC like on Hollywood. Yeah, I'm going down. I'm meeting friggin' like Lorenzo Hunt and the guys from the stable. I want to fight on like a BKFC like one last time. I was going to retire. I ain't gonna lie. Like I've had a lot of thinking, and I said I was done a couple like weeks ago. But just talking to freaking like Lorenzo Hunt, talking to Nate from like no like on quarters, like on compatibles are like I don't think you're done. I think you're just upset of everything that like gonna happen. And I'm just taking time, but I believe that IFL is gonna fight in March. I'm not sure, but that's a rumor that I've been hearing because of like Carlos has kind of been hinting towards it. So
I mean, I was talking to Carlos, while we were before your fight, and he said, you guys had trained together a little bit once or twice.
yeah, yeah.
So how does it feel that Carlos is about to fight? It's possible that
Like,
Carlos will fight El Gato.
no, um, Carlos puts in work, man. Like he does. He's in the gym every day training. He like really wants to become a fucking like pro fighter. Like you can tell. Like when he looks I mean, like when he looks good. I mean, I do not look predict fights because he is a champion. He he has won. He does put in the work. Like I respect him because that man's in the gym every day. um, Elgato is a fucking killer. Like, I think the way to beat Elgato is you have to beat him at his game. Like, you have to take him out of his game. And that fucking coaching staff is amazing. But like, Carlos has a great coaching staff too. Like, I've been in that gym. I respect everybody in that gym that they work hard. He's sparring people at like a different wage, like just like Elgato. I think it's going to be an awesome fight. Like, like I like both. I respect both of them. Um, you just, but I'm excited to watch them both fight. I'm excited for that fight. I'm excited to see who IFL gives me in the 135 division. I want that vacant, on title. I just feel like as soon as I get back to camp with freaking like Lorenzo Hunt and then like a juggernaut life, like I'm saying it and I never say it. At that 135 fucking division, I'm going to beat the next fucking person and I'm going to get to that title. It's just like I've faced the best. Everybody I face is the best. Like, and now I just fought the number one pound for pound elite fucking fighter in the IFL. And said to Chris, I've said it to Elgato. I said, I've watched his fights and it seems like people, what backs off from him, they run away. And I said that I knew that I had to stay in the pocket with him, but I had to counter punch him, and I wanted to slow his fight down. And he's just a savage, man. Like I can't say enough about um Elgato, dude. And fucking like Rich has been awesome too. I know that Elgato's this guy, but dude, he's just cool as fuck too. I mean, that you guys are all great. I mean, knowing that Elgato's IFL, but I mean, I heard, um, you know, Elgato on the space, the Twitter space, and he's like, dude, as long as the next person doesn't talk shit to me, then I'm cool. But as soon as you start talking shit, dude, I'm about to become a fucking killer. And I was just like, well, I don't talk shit, so he doesn't talk shit. So if we just leave each other, you know, um, alone, like then we're fine. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it's just awesome. I mean, dude, the IFL is great. That you guys are great. That the movie industry is great. I mean, it's new, but it's great. Somebody told me that I'm famous. I said I ain't famous. I'm just a normal person like everybody else. I said you just have to inspire. I said like with the losing record, people are probably saying, "How the fuck did he get the title fight?" But I just gotta find the clip from the fucking from the freaking weekly bust and like the slaughterhouse manager Ryan, who I was signed under, said I fought nothing but fucking killers. Everybody on my box rec is undefeated. I fought guys from Oscar De La Hoya's team. I mean, I fought like Nathan like on Gleaves. That's the ES like 140 champion. He's a champion in some other freaking like promotion, and then he fought in freaking like a Bellator. I mean, every fight that I've taken has not been easy. It's not been, it's just it just hasn't been easy. So I thought facing Elgato experience would help, and he just had a great camp, and like he took that away. But I mean, even the like commentators, I mean, Jack Farmer putting up the post that he put up. I mean, it's just very blessing, that you make new friends and you inspire people. And I think that's the biggest thing. I think that like people just like think fighting is this, and they didn't know about like me like missing weight. They didn't know about this stuff, and I was like, you don't know what I went through, fucking like friggin' like a 24 hours, like before the fight, you know. And then I find out that Elgato is like laying on the ground, like right before he made weight because he was cutting weight hard too. And it's just like you guys just don't understand, like what the fighters go through,
Yeah.
you
Oh
know.
yeah, and obviously, I saw Brendan Kelly. He was cutting like
Yes.
13 pounds before,
Well,
so it's a grueling process, and we obviously, it goes without saying, but IFL and all of us, we really appreciated having you on that event, and it was
thank you.
great. It was great getting to meet you, especially
Yeah,
after
man, me too.
showing you showed a lot of support, with a lot of the spaces and all that stuff. So I appreciate that.
Yeah.
To your supporters or your haters or your next opponent, what is your message?
I'm gonna be a totally like a different fighter. I'm just gonna be even fucking like better than what I am. I think like being under freaking like a juggernaut, fucking like a life. You're gonna see a whole different person because when you have the juggernaut in your corner, you have no like quarters like compatible HKA like USA, dude. Like you're just gonna be a fucking like a killer. And I think like Lorenzo Hunt, when he coaches people that they win, and he's the human fucking like a joystick, man, and that's why like he's the BKFC champ, and I just believe, at the next fight, like with him there, having Elvin like a burrito, being over there with him, I think you're going to see somebody different, and I think it's going to back people, you know, away. And all I can say is that fucking like a 135 title is coming home with me as soon as the IFL like gives me the opportunity, and I will like walk through the like 135 division, because this isn't a like on game. It's not influencers. It's like I fought the best, so I don't. I mean, after fighting, IFL's best, you know, um, you know, easy work the rest of the way. So I can't wait who like steps up in the 135 division.
Thank you again for coming on to the
Yes, sir.
show, man. It was, it's awesome to have, the first professional fighter
Thank you.
on the show, and obviously we'll have to run it again after
Oh
or
yeah,
before your next fight for sure.
yeah, man, definitely.
Absolutely. Thank you, man.